what's up everybody? How's it going? Got something in the mail from Folio Society. It is their new limited edition King of Elfland's Daughter. Looks like I got number 179. Kind of cheated on the sticker out here. So I know there's a lot of, I'm gonna go ahead and crack into this thing because I'm so excited to check it out. And today's like the big, the big eclipse happening. So you know what? It's kind of cool. It's like that's kind of I can imagine, you know, ancient people thinking that eclipses were some sort of sign of, you know, some magic or the gods or whatever. So you know what? It's kind of cool to open up a classic, sort of modern-ish fairy tale while that's happening. So here we go, and I'm excited to check this thing out. So the shipping was super fast. I think I ordered it toward the end of last week and it came in today. So that's exciting. And this is a book that I have not read before, but it has been on my to be read list for a while. And it's been on my radar. You know, I like fairy tales, I like myths and legends, and this is one that's been on there. So, yeah, you know, but I was torn because, and a lot of you may be aware, like there's been, you know, there was a little bit of people were like, oh, I don't know if it's worth it. You know, this limited edition kind of looks more like a standard edition. I don't know. And then I'd see some people post it. They were like, wow, it's way better than I expected it to be. And ultimately, you know what, you know, like, we'll see. I don't know. We're rolling the dice here, I suppose. All right. So it seems to be in pretty good shape. You know, Folio does this little, I was a little bit concerned because this box looked kind of thin, but they've got a good bit of padding in here, which is great. So I'm just gonna throw that to the side and we'll cut into this bad boy and see what we have to work with here. You know, I think that what ultimately sort of swayed me to get it instead of kind of continuing to sit on my hands about it is, you know, there's been previous limited editions that Folio have done, you know, sort of in that vein of fairy tales and myths and legends and things like that, and they tend to sell out and then the prices go way up on the secondhand market. And that's even happened on like the fairy books, right? Like the Andrew Lang Rainbow Fairy books. It's very expensive to get some of those. And so it seemed like, you know, a topic that a lot of Folio Society collectors like, myself included. And so, you know, I could just see it happening, and I would be kicking myself for not jumping in at retail when I had a chance to. Oh wow! So the slipcase is great. It feels so good. I don't know what this is called. It's some kind of cloth covering. I'm not sure what the, you know, if it's got a fancy name or anything, but I love the texture of it. And then you've got this beautiful silver foiling going on the stars. You know, and I think it goes back to being 11 years old and reading Harry Potter for the first time. And like, you know how the pages in Harry Potter have those little stars kind of in some of the corners? Like, I just love that. I love the look of these. It just feels so magical, so whimsical. Got a castle. Look at that. Very nice. The spine feels great. So I think it's quarter bound. I'm not sure what type of leather, but it is a very soft leather. Let's see here. Okay, I'll just set this to the side for now. Let's see. Okay, that's just some kind of paper. I thought there was a rip on it. That scared me for a second, but it was just a piece of like tissue. Okay, so it feels good in the hand. So this is, I thought it was a paper. I thought it was gonna be paper boards, but it's some kind of cloth, almost silky. It's silky-ish feeling. It looks really good. It looks really good. Okay. I like the blues. I like the tones here, you know, these sort of midnight blues, lighter blues, the silver. It's of course got the silver, you know, page ends. Oops. Not sure what that is. Oh, it's just a note about leather. How to take care of leather. Okay. So I haven't opened it up yet. The binding, we got midnight blue head and tail bands. Looks like a nice tight binding. Let's see, let's take a look here. Oh yeah, that's nice. So this is a story, so I've not read this story yet. But you know what? I'm just trusting Folio Society. It's one I've heard about, heard great things. It's sort of a modern classic, and you know, it's just right up my alley. It's like, look at that. I love the archer back here. It's like some kind of a hunter, I guess. You got the dogs. Looks like a goblin, maybe. Dogs chasing a unicorn, an archer with a bow. Very cool. And then on the front, oh man, I love these. So each of the four corners, you've got a character. So it looks like probably the fairy princess from the story. I think Lyrazel or something like that. Maybe the king, her father, I guess. And then we've got another, I'm not sure who that is. Another person, another woman, and then a guy with a sword. I mean, come on, what's not to love? There's a guy with a sword. Now I am curious about this. This is interesting. Look at on the back here. What are those? It looks like they almost look like it looks like sperm. As funny as that is, I don't know. What is that? Does anybody know? Maybe once I read the story, I'll know. I'm not sure. There's like 5 of them back here floating around. Let's see. It smells great. Let's see. Okay. The pages feel nice. They're not super thick pages. Got a silver, little silver sheet here. Yep. All right. Copy 179. Yeah. So I guess it's like a tipped in signature. Which, you know, I kind of like it when the signatures are on the page, right? Like I like to feel like the person signing it has touched this thing, but this is fine. This is cool. It's also unfortunate Neil Gaiman didn't sign. I know he did. I think it's a foreword maybe by Neil Gaiman, but I don't even think it's necessarily a new one. I think it's one from, yeah, there it is, December of 1998. So it's an older foreword, but it would be cool to get Gaiman's signature in here. Oh man, that's a great piece of art. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's do the close-up. Come on in. Let's take a look at this thing. See what we have to work with here. All right, so here is the slipcase. It's a beautiful slipcase too. Looks very nice. Feels great in the hands. And I love the foiling. I love the art. Like, I mean, that's a nice display right there just to set this out, you know? It looks beautiful. Love that. You know, sometimes I'm torn with these books that I want them to be protected in their slipcase, but I also want to like put it out to display. And this feels like a nice, you know, that will look nice to display. All right, I haven't even opened this guy up yet. Lyrazel, yeah, okay. Away with the ride of dancing and glory of color. High in the line of the sun that had set from the side of the fields went wind and leaves together. With them went Lyrazel. So I guess this is a little printing of the art. There you go. That must be the King of Elfland's daughter. The namesake of the book. Okay, kind of a neat little piece of art. Maybe frame that up. Put it on the bookshelf, something. Okay, and here's what everybody's been waiting for. Let's take a look at this book. So, yes, very nice, soft leather spine. The King of Elfland's daughter. Beautiful foiling. I really do like the covers. This is what I was talking about. Like, what is this? Am I the only one that thinks that looks like some you know? All right, but yeah, this, I don't know if this material is picking up in the light. It's kind of silky. Some kind of cloth for sure. It's not paper. Feels nice. I think it is paper. Well, I don't know. That's still maybe some kind of cloth. Maybe it's a different type of texture here though in this circle in the middle than it is on the rest of the cover. And you can see the book ribbon poking out. Look at that. That's such a cool piece. I think it's the same on the front and back. Yep. Same on the front and back. Let's see here. Silver page there. Okay, and then here's our signature sheet. 2024 edition. 500 numbered copies. 20 lettered copies. Interesting. I don't like, does Folio sell lettered copies like on the website? Like, I don't remember seeing that. What does that mean? 20 lettered copies. Okay, copy 179. And we've got our signatures there. Let's see here. This is I love this picture. It looks so great. Look at that, looking out, the king showing his daughter. It's like the Lion King moment, right? Everything the sun touches. And I think the signatures we have are maybe Aaron Morgenstern, the introduction, and then Julie Dillon, who did the illustrations. Let's see here. Take a look. It was first published in 1924. Yep. All papers from FSC. Okay. Let's see here. Here's all our list of illustrations. Looks like we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 illustrations. All right, so let's see. All right, so here's the chapter. So no art at the chapter headers. We do have drop caps, but it's nothing fancy. It's not like artistically rendered. Nobody drew that really. Oh, that's a cool piece. Look at that. Like a sword being forged with lightning or something. I don't know, that's cool. Enchanted, perhaps. I like that. Very cool. All right, let's see if we can find some more illustrations. Oh, there we go. There's our 2-page spread. Look at that. It's beautiful. Man, the colors are so vibrant. Really like this piece. Really like this piece. Got the castle back here. Like a magic forest. Dude with a cloak and a sword. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, that's cool too. That must be... I see a crown. Maybe the king of Elfland. He looks cool. Let's see, the paper feels nice. We got really big margins in here. Let's see, here's a piece. Oh yeah, nice. Look at that. Very cool. I like that piece. I really like this art. The art is very nice. That was another thing that really sold me on getting this edition. Orion hunts the stag. Oh, that's cool. Maybe get a little bit of astronomy. Okay, there we go. There's the unicorn fighting off the wolves, being chased by the wolves. Let's see here. There you go, some goblins. I don't know if they're called goblins in this book. Trolls, maybe? I don't know. I see the word trolls on the page. I would call those goblins. They don't quite look big enough to be trolls to me, but to each his own. Oh, that's cool. Got a big full moon. Look, here's whatever these are. Whatever these little things are that were on the cover, they're here. So I'm glad to say that it appears to be some kind of magic and not procreational, cells or whatever those are. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, and then here we go. Here's a page that kind of talks about the book. Typeset, yeah. Germany, okay. Quarter bound in Ascot indigo leather, blocked in silver foil. Yeah. Signed by the introducer and the artist. And there you go. There you have it. And look at that. It just looks so beautiful. Feels great too. Okay, now for a size comparison, I think the Wind in the Willows is almost exactly the same size. So this is a folio edition of Wind in the Willows, and you can see they are almost identical in size. So that'll give you an idea of, size-wise, what it's like. Now I will say, I noticed the Wind in the Willows, the paper in here is, I actually like this paper. I like this paper better than I like the paper in Elfland's Daughter. It's thicker, it's textured, it just kind of feels nicer to me. That is my opinion. And then as far as like the cover goes, this kind of material, it's similar to Neverending Story. So this sort of silky cloth, whatever that is, it's very, very similar sheen, and all that. and I'll say that the paper in Neverending Story feels smoother. It's similar in like weight to this. I'd say this is a little bit more textured than the paper in this. This paper is very, very smooth. So I actually like the paper here better than the Neverending Story. All right, cool. There you go. There you have it. The King of Elfland's Daughter, limited edition from the Folio Society. So let's see, what are the thoughts? Slipcase, A+. Really like the slipcase. Feels great, sturdy. I love the foiling. I love the art. Very cool. The little print, the little art print here, it's fine. I don't really care about that necessarily. It's not like that's not really a big selling point to me personally. I know, maybe some of you out there really like that. It's just not, maybe, I don't know, maybe if I framed it and hung it up or something, it could be cool, but that's just not really not really adding to my enjoyment of the product here. The cover, love the cover. I love the front and back cover. I love that they have different art. It's a mixture of foiling and, sort of what they've done with this silky material and some kind of just the cloth. It feels very good. It feels great. And the spine feels great. I like that a lot. I think it's great. I love the font that they use, like for the title block. I think it looks really good. I like the interior art here. I do wish, for limited edition, I'd like to see different art in the back. Like let's it's one more piece of art to commission. Let's pull out all the stops, right? If we're doing a limited edition, let's do it. I would also like to see like more ornate drop caps, right? Like this is a fairy tale book. This is a limited edition of a fairy tale, and I feel like the big, sort of calligraphy script on these drop caps, it would be an easy touch to add, and it really adds to, the feeling of kind of immersing you in the world when you're reading it, and just breaking these chapters up, or like some art here at the chapter header, something like that, would really go a long way. And I would have liked to have seen that. The paper's fine. It's not like it's just sort of, it doesn't like jump out at me as like, wow, this is like really good paper. But it's, at the same time, it's not like, it doesn't feel cheap or anything. It feels fine. It feels like decent paper. I think the quality of the illustrations and the color is just beautiful. I absolutely love the illustrations. Every single one of them in here, I think, looks fantastic. Look at that guy. I mean, this is just, if that doesn't evoke a sense of wonder and adventure and mystery, I don't know what will. Especially this one. Like, gosh, I would love to put a big print of that. See, like, that's what I would frame this up and put that in my, in the game room here or somewhere. I mean, because that's just like this. I love it. Look at that. That just looks awesome. So to me, this would be the print that I would have done. I would have been more excited about that than the one that they included, or this one even. I mean, that's sick. Look at that. Very cool. So the art, A+. Love the art. Yeah, I think overall, I really like it. I do think that there's some things that would have made me happier. I mean, like a more current foreword, for example. I mean, the introduction here, or the foreword by Neil Gaiman is, 25 years old, 26 years old. So it would have been nice to see a more modern, current foreword. I think it's cool that it's Neil Gaiman, though. And maybe it would be difficult to get him to do another foreword for the same book, but would have liked to seen that, or maybe seen his signature on it. That would have been cool to see a Neil Gaiman signature in here too. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Like, look, I didn't buy this to try to flip it or anything. I don't want to sell this. I love the book. I want to keep it. I want to add it to my collection of myths and legends and fairy tales and things. And for me, that's why it was kind of a no-brainer. And I felt like, I needed to buy it now to be able to get in at retail price, because, I've just seen too many of these things. Like, for example, I would love a copy of the Poetic Edda and The Wanderer with all the old English poems and things in them. But I mean, those books are sell now for like $2,000 a piece. You know, maybe a little less than that, I don't know, but you know, something like that. And I just didn't want that to happen to this guy. I wanted a copy of it, and so I'm happy I've got it. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not the right purchase for everybody necessarily, but for me, I'm excited to read this story. I'll read this edition of it. I mean, this is the one that I'm going to read, and it feels great in the hand, just like all Folio Society books do. And this one's no different. It feels even better actually because of the, you know, this leather quarter binding here on the spine. Feels so nice in the hand. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Definitely some things I'd like to see different. Definitely some things I love about it. So yeah, I think it's to each his own. So I think there's still copies now on the Folio website. If you want a copy, you can jump in there and get it, or hold out. You know, it's I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money or what to do. But I am happy I got a copy of it for sure. And copy 176, so that's pretty neat. I think I saw somebody on the Facebook group got copy number 1, which is incredible. Happy for you. That's awesome. I'm jealous, but I'm happy for you. So enjoy that. All right, cool. Well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'll see you on the next one.